first-headed monster, probate court. Oh no. Hey folks, elder law care attorney Patrick Kelleher coming to you from elderlawcare.com. Folks, today's question is, what are 4 big things you need to avoid in estate planning and elder law? Folks, pull up your chair, get your pen out and your notebook, and start to take some notes, because today I'm going to teach you what the 4 big things are to avoid in estate planning and elder law from my experience as an elder law attorney. Folks, you may know me as author of How to Avoid the Four-Headed Metaphorical Monster of Estate Planning and Elder Law, Probate Court, Estate Death Tax, Financial Creditors and Predators, and yes, maybe that $15,000 or more per month private paid nursing home. Folks, you can pick up a copy on Amazon. Elder law attorney Patrick Kelleher, How to Avoid the Four-Headed Monster of Estate Planning and Elder Law. And folks, make sure you stay to the end of the video and make sure you click on subscribe and follow us at elderlawcare.com, because we will keep you updated to teach you to have a sharp sword and a strong shield to slay that metaphorical four-headed beast. But today's question, what are 4 big things to avoid when it comes to estate planning and elder law? Folks, number 1, you need to understand that your will not avoid the first-headed monster, probate court, right? In fact, folks, a will is your admission ticket to probate court. I'm going to repeat that because that might be new for a lot of you. And from my experience teaching our educational elder law workshops in the community, it is a very common misconception. Folks think that a will is going to avoid probate court or even give them tax planning or nursing home protection. No, sorry. A will say simply who's in charge after you're gone and who's going to get your stuff, right? Which is all well and good, and that's important, but it's not going to avoid any of these. In fact, your estate will get bit by starting with the probate court, with probate court fees, probate attorneys charging by the hour, billing by the hour for maybe a year and a half, maybe longer in some extreme cases that clients share with us and folks share at the educational workshops in the community. Some folks reported 4-year probate, 8-year probate, $150,000 probate attorney fees, right? Do you want that for you and your loved ones? So that's the first thing to avoid. Number 2, folks, if you do have a trust, okay, kudos to you. But remember, having a trust is only step 1 of the 3-step process. Having a trust is step 1 of the 3-step process. Think of your trust like a treasure chest. Folks, step 2 is often overlooked. And that's a process of refunding your assets or funding your assets, retitling your home from your name, Bill and Mary as individuals, to Bill and Mary as trustees of your trust. And then doing the same trust funding or asset retitling for your non-real estate, for your cash assets. Because folks, that's where all the magic happens, because that's where the rubber meets the road to avoid probate court, as well as get you other protections as well. So that's the second often overlooked pitfall in estate planning. You need to fund your trust properly with a qualified estate elder law attorney who's experienced with trust funding. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, not having disability planning, what I refer to as the big 6 disability planning. That is also probate, not death probate that we just talked about in reason number 1, but disability probate for things like conservatorships and guardianships. Hence the reason why I call that the stresses and messes of probate court, as well as the economic and emotional headaches of probate court. And I discussed that at our workshops in the community, as well as in my book and in our other educational videos on our YouTube channel. Disability planning, folks, is one of the most overlooked areas in estate planning. You need to have proper durable power of attorney. And if you're 60, 65 and over, it ought to have enhanced elder law powers, because that will be designed to avoid conservatorships, the messes and stresses of probate court. Look at my other videos. Strongly recommend Google Elder Law Attorney Patrick Kelleher, Big 6 Disability Planning, to learn more on how to avoid disability probate. That's number 3, folks. And folks, the 4th reason from my experience, not keeping your plan updated. You need to review it. You need to manage it and monitor it. Why? Because everything you worked your entire life or lives for is in there for the people you love the most. And there will be inevitably law changes and life changes. You need to keep the dust and the rust off your treasure chest, folks. And I always recommend the folks that attend our educational programs, you ought to seek out and work with an experienced elder law attorney that has what we call a client care alumni program. Well, they'll update you when there's law changes, and you'll feel free and to communicate with them, to update them when you have life changes with your health, your finances, or your relationships. Because again, the day we sign our trust is important, but the most important day we need it to work is when? That is correct, the day that you check out or go up to your cloud. Really, really important, folks. So there's 4 reasons or 4 pitfalls from my experience that are often overlooked in estate planning and elder law. I hope you took some good notes here, folks. Share this video with other folks that you love and care about. And be sure to click on the subscribe button. If you'd like to learn more, pick up a copy of my book, How to Avoid the Four-Headed Monster, on Amazon. You can download it on Kindle or the Audible app, and I'll read it to you for 2 hours, or pick up a copy paperback on Amazon. Folks, God love you. Thank you for being here today at elderlawcare.com.